There are a number of programs across the country who are attempting to address the lack of underrepresented individuals in the sciences, whether it be ethnic minorities or the poor, or a combination of being an ethnic minority and or poor, and are a first-generation college student. However, there are only a few that have attacked the problem in a multidisciplinary way with an innovative and out-of-the-box approach that has been quite successful. Such a program has been in existence for almost 3 decades. That program is an intellectual entrepreneurship in the Division of Diversity and Community Engagement at the University of Texas, Austin. The IE program provides an organic and opportunity-based way into diversity as opposed to a more traditional targeted and remedial program. One initially recognizes the difference by talking to the program mentors and students. However, it does share one thing in common with other diversity programs. It does try to recruit from a targeted pool. Over 70% of the IE students are either first-generation economically disadvantaged and are from underrepresented minority populations. However, one thing is clear that sets the IE program apart. The IE program already assumes that the student it accepts will be successful, as opposed to hoping that they will be. And there's the difference. When I spoke to Dr. Rich Chavez about his program, he immediately said, the key thing is to mention that IE is not a formula program. It is a philosophy and approach to education that focuses on discovery, ownership, and accountability. Its success in increasing diversity owes to the fact that it is not a traditionally targeted program. Unlike typical readiness and recruitment programs, it is opportunity-based, getting students to connect learning and doing. Intellectual entrepreneurs understand that general collaboration between universities and the public is tantamount to more than increased access to academia's intellectual assets. It is more than knowledge transfer, the exploitation of neatly wrapped solutions rolling off the campus conveyor belt. Collaboration demands mutual humility and respect, joint ownership of learning, and co-creation of an unimaginable potential for innovation. Qualities that move universities well beyond the typical elitist sense of service. Knowledge, after all, involves the integration of theory, practice, and production. IE has won national acclaim, including recognition by the Woodrow Wilson National Fellowship Foundation, Fast Company Magazine, Council of Graduate Schools, Fortune Magazine, Excentia in Education, and the New England Resource Center for Higher Education. It has been the focus of over 250 newspaper, magazine, and scholarly articles. Although the IE model of education and public scholarship has been initiated by other research universities and has become part of the national discussions about higher education and the public good, the need for socially relevant research and graduate education and the role of entrepreneurial thinking in art and sciences education. There's a continuing lack of true support for the needs to make this innovative programs and programs like it duplicative and replicative across the nation. One cannot deny that the value of the IE program and others like it as vehicles for increasing diversity is inherent in its capacity to allow students to become entrepreneurs, to discover otherwise unobserved connections between academic and personal and professional commitments. That the spirit of these programs seem to resonate with and meet a felt need of minority and first-generation students, facilitating exploration and innovation, something lacking in most other programs. The IE program and other programs like it changed the metaphor and model of education from one of apprenticeship, certification, entitlement, to discovery, ownership, and accountability. As Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. The question I continue to raise is, when will we invest in them? As for those who say that such is an impossible task, that there is not enough money to go around to do it, I often find it interesting that we always find money to invest in things we truly value. So let me also quote another Mandela saying, "It always seems impossible until it's done." I believe that the difference between hoping that it will be done and having it done boils down to not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will. It is a knowledge that will set the IE program, or it is the knowledge and will that sets the IE program and other programs like it heads and shoulders above the rest and contributes to its outstanding success. The question again is, when will we invest in these programs? When will we recognize their value to the future well-being of this nation? When will we?